Well, the Rapid City Rush take on the Tahoe Night Monsters. Game 1 of 3 tonight at 7:05 Mountain Time. First of 8 home games between now and the end of November. Dave Smith alongside Rush head coach and GM. Okay, you're coming off an up-and-down series in Allen. Wednesday, overtime win. Friday, 1-goal loss. Saturday, 6-3 loss with 2 empty net goals. Overall look on what was a good start, but not the best of finishes to that week in Allen.
Well, I think everything starts and finishes with effort and attitude, and I thought that our effort and attitude was very good on the Wednesday night win. I thought it was inconsistent on the Friday night. In first period good, second period just okay, third period, just okay. And I thought on the third night it was great for 50 minutes, and then it imploded a little bit in the last 10 minutes. So we don't want to throw everything out. We just have to continue to be consistent and with our purpose.
Of course, the fans on Saturday see, all right, we got our first power play. It's a 3-3 game. They allow the shorty at the end, and that's how the game ends for Allen. But what do you see as far as the effort waning in those last 10 minutes on the bench?
Well, it wasn't effort and it wasn't attitude. It was really just mistakes. It was just mistakes on the ice that if one guy or one mistake is made, it usually doesn't hurt you. You do have a goalie that can help you in there. But when we make 3 mistakes at the exact same moment, it's really tough to stabilize anything in that. So the effort and attitude was there, but the intellect needs to be a little higher in those moments.
Yeah, is it possible to make sure as a coach that mistakes don't compound like that, or was that just spur of the moment, 3 things happen at one time?
Yeah, honestly, I think it surprised everybody that it happened just quite like it did, again, on the tying goal and the go-ahead goal. I don't have an answer for it. I don't think the guys have an answer for it. You don't see it very often, but those 2 plays are unique, and if it happens once or twice in a season, you're like, all right, the fact that it happened back-to-back is disappointing. Probably cost us the game.
Yeah, it's a lot of these games that you say, oh, this happens once or twice in a year, and we probably don't lose both those games, but that's happened in a couple situations so far. You can't really coach against it, can you? How do you explain that?
Well, all we do is really address it, right? You be aware of what we're doing well, areas that we need to improve, and then you game plan moving forward. But the players have to play. We have to give them a plan that they can play within, and I think we've done that, and the effort has been there. But the mistakes, we just have to eliminate the silly mistakes.
I think all of that shows that this team is much better than a 3-4 record right now. The division is so jam-packed. You can pass the first-place team if you beat them in this series. When you have a series where it could be a split every single weekend, how do you approach that?
Let's win tonight. I mean, it honestly, let's win the next shift. Let's enjoy the moment, but let's win the moment. Let's just keep taking it. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. And while we feel confident in our group, I think a lot of teams do right now. I mean, again, with 8 and 6 separating first and last in our division points, you just stay good. Don't get in a long slump. See if you can get a long hot streak, and let's do our best tonight.
I want this to be the last time we talk about the power play being what it is. I know the fans see that as the one stumbling block, but when you have a couple of nights like you had in Allen, do you just address and move on, or are there going to be some changes made?
No, there's changes for sure, and the worlds of what if. Like, what if our power play was averaging half a goal a game or anything, right? More than what it is, then you just never know. So all we can do is address it, make some tweaks, practice it, and then let them play tonight.
All right, Tahoe coming up for Game 1. You're without Quinn Olson for the next couple of weeks on the 14-day IR as of yesterday. How does that shuffle up your lineup?
Well, we got to move, and also, Brett Davies is out for tonight, so you lose 2 experienced, high-quality players. So, we've got depth. You move guys around. Chaz Smesdrud is going to move into the middle with Chizowski and Briley Wood, and I like the look of that. Ekstrom's going to go on a line with Bowman and Cameron Buell, and again, they've looked good in practice, and you trust your depth, and I feel like I keep saying the same thing, but you give them a plan, and then you let them go play it.
Aaron Sherratt makes his debut. He's a defenseman playing forward tonight on 4th line left wing, but he played forward in some practices earlier in the season. What kind of game does he bring as a big physical guy?
Yeah, big, physical, tough, ready to do whatever the team needs him to do.
And Mike Van Unen, pretty similar thing. Big guy on the back end as well.
Yeah, I mean, he can skate. He's played in the league. It's tough when you go on a 3-game road trip and you can't take everybody. He probably would have gotten in one of those games last weekend just to continue to grow his game with us and for him. So excited again. He's got a big body. He can skate and keep it simple and move pucks.
What'd you like out of Matt Hubbard on Saturday?
Well, I don't know that it's a fair evaluation of Matt because he got traded. I called him at 10:30 the night before, maybe 11:30 the night before, and said, "Hey, can you get on a plane the next morning?" He said yes. He came in. But what Matt Hubbard is he has elite edges. He's an elite skater with great speed, with really good size, and he adds again to our identity. We just want him to forecheck, be physical, and play in the offensive zone.
Does the fact that he was willing to pack up his whole life and fly on hours' notice show he'll do anything for a couple of points?
Yeah, he's really excited to be here, excited to join a really good group, and for an opportunity for him. So I'm excited for him as well.
Two good teams tonight. Tahoe's offense really good, as we know. They scored the most goals in the league. The Rush have a good all-around team, as we've talked about every single night. What's the key for the first couple of shifts tonight?
Well, we want to impose our will and how we want to play on them, and then just be patient. Be patient but passionate at the same time. We're not just backing up, but it's not send 5 guys at the same time. So you've got to be aware of their transition offense. We've got to be ready to compete in all 3 zones, and if we do those things right from the get-go, we'll be all right.
Okay, you gave me 3 Ps for the Granite Automotive keys of the game. What are those 3 Ps?
Passion, pace, and patience.
All right, Dave Smith, good luck. Thank you.
Thanks.